So do you ever often see these number sequences and you're like, what the hell do they mean? Like, why do I keep seeing them? Or even more, like, do you ever often dream about a specific person and you're like, why the hell do I keep dreaming about them? What does this mean? So in today's video, I am going to share with you really great information about the specific signs, may it be common or even not so common, about how you can know if you are about to meet your soulmate or twin flame, or if you would like to identify if somebody could actually be your soulmate or twin flame. Okay, I'm super excited because this video has been requested, especially those of you who also came from my other tarot reading channel at Adora's Light. Okay, and if you are new here to my channel, then hi, my name is Cindy. Welcome to my channel at Amourinette. In this place, I like to do a lot of artsy painting videos as well, while I also share topics of spirituality, personal growth, law of attraction, sometimes even witchcraft, and many other things. So if you vibe with that, you can always check out my other videos, and also don't forget to subscribe and click the bell ring so you won't miss any new videos. Okay, so the number one most common signs when you are about to meet them or you are about to identify who might be your soulmate or twin flame is, of course, number sequences. So in my previous video that I just uploaded in this channel, I made that specifically about the signs of numbers, mirroring numbers, and any other number sequences as well, and what do they really mean. Okay, so that is mostly of like a basic understanding and a little bit of in-depth what those mirroring numbers could mean. So if you haven't watched that video and you're interested, you can always check it out. The link is down below. But for this one, you may very much often see number sequences that are mirroring, like 12, 21, 13, 31, 14, 41, 15, 51. Okay, and sometimes you may also see 7 to 7, 2, 1, 2, 404, and things like that. And that is because in a soulmate or in a twin flame relationship, it's all about reflection and mirroring each other, right? Especially with the crazy twin flame dynamics, which is really interesting but crazy as hell, let me tell you. So another signs that you may often see is not just numbers but also objects or even animals as well as a messenger from the universe. Okay, so let's just say that out of nowhere you start to feel very drawn to a specific crystal, let's say rose quartz crystal. You're like, why? I don't think I ever find that much interest in crystals, but just out of nowhere you find deep interest in crystals, and nonetheless it is very specifically a rose quartz one. For example, okay, you experience that. Well, rose quartz crystal is the one most famous crystal for love, for beauty, and for relationship and passion as well. So maybe your person, your soulmate or your twin flame, maybe they are actually into crystals. And other than that, maybe the crystal can just signify that, hey, you are about to find the love of your life very soon enough. Now, another thing, when it comes to animals, this is the one most common thing that happens to me is birds and butterflies. So what type of animal you may often see, it really depends on your own understanding. It depends on your own, personal interpretation. For me, I do see a lot of birds and butterflies, especially a specific type of butterfly or colors. For example, I often see white butterflies and black butterflies, and for me, black and white is like the yin and yang, which often represents the twin flame dynamic. Okay, so when you see a lot of these events happening in real life, pay attention to the things around you as well, to the environment, not just numbers. Okay, and especially when it comes to images, visual arts as well, you may feel very drawn to a certain color or to a certain story, to a certain song with very specific lyrics, to a certain movie theme. For example, pay attention. Why do you feel so attracted to some of these certain things over and over and over again? Like it keeps repeating over and over and over and over and over again for quite a long period of time. Well, pay attention, because that can be a very important message from the universe. Okay, so number 2. Ooh, this one is super interesting, and I do think that quite a lot of you, especially those of you who are highly sensitive people, who are empath. So number 2, you may start to dream about that person, whether you have met them yet or not. You may dream of a very specific person. It could be just a blur, it could be just a silhouette, or it could be a very highly, like highly definition dream, like a movie. Then again, it's a very super clear, vivid dream of a person that you keep seeing over and over and over again. Now, for me personally, ever since I was a child, vivid dreaming is something that comes pretty easy for me, and I am a person that I really pay attention a lot in my dreams, because I can easily remember my dreams. Even up until now, I can still remember my dreams to its exact details and messages that I had since I was like in elementary school. Like, yes, I can still remember quite a lot of my dreams that I had many years ago, even a decade ago. And so for me, dreams are very significant, because every time I sleep at night, I can remember them in the morning in its exact details and colors and vividness, things like that. So whether you can remember dreams easily or not, I would just say to keep a dream journal, because it can really help you. This can be a sign that you are about to meet that person who is your soulmate or twin flame. And this is the really interesting thing. Sometimes when you dream about somebody, let's say somebody that you actually know, so you keep dreaming them almost every single night, and every time you dream of them, it's super clear, so vivid, and it's very intense. It just felt so real, even physically, like you just felt everything so real, and you're like, okay, this is crazy, this is creeping me out, like why? Okay, here is the thing. Sometimes it's not just a sign from the universe, but guess what? You are actually literally telepathically communicating with that person on the astral realm. A part of your soul who is dreaming is literally meeting a part of their soul in this dream world. So yes, I know this topic can sound very like, ooh, magical or like esoterica, but for me personally, and some of the people that experience this as well, it is a real thing, and there is actually a practice that you can do so, and that is going to be a whole other video. And yes, I do plan to make another video specifically talking about how you can communicate with your person telepathically and how you can also contact them through dreams. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe and click the bell ring so you won't miss any new videos. Okay, so number 3, now we are getting into the signs that is becoming even more specific. Wow, what happened there with my communication? So for number 3, you may start to see a very specific name, whether it's in real life or through dreams, over and over again. For example, you keep seeing the name John Doe everywhere you go, and then maybe a friend of your friend introduce you to somebody, and you're like, hey, look at this guy is named John Doe, like let me introduce him to you. And maybe on other time you're like going somewhere, and then a person passed by, and that person call out to their friend, hey, John Doe, and you're like, why is John Doe is everywhere in my freaking life right now? and you may be freaking out because you just keep hearing and seeing that name over and over again. And you may even dream of a person that has the name of John Doe. So that can literally mean that maybe your soulmate or twin flame have that name somewhere. So sign number 4. Now this is really interesting as well. For number 4, you may start to feel very called to a significant place, to a significant event. For example, it can be, let's say, a retreat, a meditation or a yoga retreat in Bali, for example. For about 2 years or 3 years, you feel very called to attend this retreat, even though you don't find yourself that interested, you don't even think of planning going there, but for whatever reason, you keep receiving signs, messages, books, movies, and just even songs and just everything, you know, that keeps leading you to that retreat that you should go to. And you're like, I don't understand, like why do I feel very called? Like I don't even want it, I don't think I need it, you know, I just don't find it necessary. But that can actually be a sign that maybe you will actually meet your soulmate or twin flame there in that place or in that event. So if you feel like you are very called to a certain social gathering, maybe you are an introvert and suddenly you feel very called to talk to a lot of people, to get to know people, that can be a reason why, okay? So a lot of these things can definitely change in your own life while giving you signs about the meeting of that special somebody. Number 5, now I am going to focus now on the things happening in your own life as well that you can also take it as a sign. So the closer you are getting to meet your soulmate, TF, you know, whatever you may call it, so the closer you are getting in union with them is when you start to do your life purpose. So this is a very spiritual topic as well, and as I also mentioned, I will be making a video specifically talking about life purpose. So whenever you find yourself in a spiritual journey or that you just find more interest in spirituality, whether it's through books, songs, movies, you do a lot of research, and maybe again you start to work with crystals, you just find a lot of interest in spirituality, in this type of, you know, relationship that has the meaning or the term soulmate twin flame, you just may find yourself seeing that over and over again, and you're like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try, I'll do my research and I'll see what comes up. And then you just feel super mind blown about it, and then you find yourself doing a lot of great things to improve yourself in your own life. Because at the end of the day, remember that a true healthy loving relationship is also about improving yourself. It's about self-love and self-respect. So when you are experiencing a lot of these things in your life, that means you are definitely getting closer to union with your soulmate or TF. And of course, last but not least is that you will start to experience a lot of synchronizing events. So a lot of synchronicity can happen through people, through situation. Like for example, somebody tells you, hey, you should go to this Bali retreat, you know, for a meditation retreat, and you're like, I'm not too curious about it, like I don't need it, blah blah. And then another day somebody else told you about this, and you're like, okay, why is it that everybody that I meet start to bother me about this? And then you are, you know, running errands, for example, going to the supermarket, and then you pass by a banner that says, let's have a vacation to Bali, and you're like, okay, I'm seeing it. And then another day, somebody told you that, hey, do you hear about this really super cool retreat in Bali? A friend of mine is planning to go there, and I also want to check it out. Like, what do you think? Do you want to come with us? And you're like, oh, So you know what I mean. These are some of the synchronizing events that you may experience, and what surprises may lay there, you may never know. Okay, so basically that is the video for today. I hope this brings you a lot of clarity, information, knowledge, and whatnot. And as always, don't forget to like and comment down below. Share with me what are the things that you have been seeing, the things that you experienced. Let's just have a fun discussion, right, in the community. And so yeah, I just am so excited to be able to do these videos. I just want to say thank you for your support, and I will definitely be back with more videos. So if you are interested to follow me up on my Instagram at Amourinette for more visual art, spirituality. If you are actually interested in purchasing any available painting pieces from me, or you would like to get a personal painting commissioned by me, you can always check out my website at cindyantoinette.com. All complete info and links is down below in the description. So yeah, until then, see you, and I will be back again.